Electricity is something we use every day, from turning on the lights to charging our phones. But have you ever wondered how it works? Electricity is a form of energy, and when it moves through a system, it can be transformed into other types of energy, like light, motion, sound, or heat. In this lesson, we're going to talk about how electrical energy works in circuits, how it changes into different forms of energy, and what is needed to make an electrical circuit work properly. First, let's talk about what a circuit is. A circuit is a path that electrical energy follows. It's like a loop that allows electricity to move from one place to another. For electricity to flow, the circuit must be complete, meaning there's no break in the loop. If the circuit is broken, the electricity stops flowing, and the device won't work. This is why we call it a complete circuit when everything is connected, and electricity can flow freely. A basic circuit has a few key parts. First, it needs a power source, like a battery. The battery provides the energy that makes the electricity flow. Next, there's a conductor, usually a wire, which allows the electrical energy to move from the battery to the rest of the circuit. Then, there's a load, which is the part of the circuit that uses the electricity. This could be a light bulb, a motor, or a speaker. Finally, there's a switch, which controls whether the circuit is complete or broken. When the switch is on, the circuit is complete and electricity flows. When the switch is off, the circuit is broken and the electricity stops. So, what happens when electricity flows through a circuit? When electricity moves through a circuit, it can be transformed into different types of energy. For example, in a circuit with a light bulb, the electrical energy is transformed into light energy, which is what you see when the bulb lights up. This shows us the concept of energy transformation. The electrical energy from the battery changes into light energy in the bulb. This is also an example of cause and effect. The electricity flows through the circuit, and as a result, the bulb lights up. Let's look at some other ways electrical energy can be transformed. In a circuit with a motor, the electrical energy is transformed into motion. The motor spins because the electrical energy gives it the power to move. In a speaker, the electrical energy is transformed into sound energy, allowing us to hear music or other sounds. And in a heater, the electrical energy is transformed into heat or thermal energy, which can warm up a room or heat up food. These are all examples of how electricity can be used to create different forms of energy, depending on the components in the circuit. Another important thing to understand is that circuits can be arranged in different ways. One type of circuit is called a series circuit. In a series circuit, all the components are connected in a single loop. If one part of the circuit is removed or broken, the whole circuit stops working because the path is interrupted. Another type of circuit is called a parallel circuit. In a parallel circuit, the components are connected in multiple paths. This means that if one part of the circuit is removed or broken, the other parts can still work because there are other paths for the electricity to flow. Understanding how circuits work helps us see patterns in how energy moves and changes. Whether it's lighting up a bulb, making a motor spin, or playing music from a speaker, the pattern is the same. Electrical energy flows through a circuit and it gets transformed into other forms of energy. This is why circuits are so important in everyday life. They allow us to control and use electricity in ways that make our lives easier and more enjoyable. So, what do we need for a circuit to work? First, we need a power source, like a battery or a wall outlet. We also need conductors, like wires, to carry the electricity. Then we need a load, like a light bulb, motor, or speaker that uses the electricity. And finally, we need a switch to control whether the circuit is complete or not. When all these components are connected in a complete loop, electricity can flow and the circuit works. In conclusion, electrical circuits are systems that allow us to use and transform energy in useful ways. By understanding how circuits work, we can see the cause and effect relationship between the flow of electricity and the transformation of energy into light, motion, sound, or heat. We also learn that circuits need specific components like a power source, conductors, a load, and a switch to work properly. Whether it's turning on a light, powering a fan, or charging your phone, electrical circuits are essential to how we use energy every day.